As a clinical psychologist, I often say that the weeks before Christmas reveal more about a person's inner world than any therapy session. Pathological pre-holiday shopping is not merely too many gifts or a harmless seasonal excess. It is a ritualized attempt to regulate unbearable emotions with a credit card. At its core, compulsive Christmas spending is driven by a toxic mix of guilt, fear of exclusion, and a deeply ingrained belief that love must be demonstrated materially. Many of my patients come from families where emotional warmth was scarce, but presents were abundant. They internalized a script: if I give enough, I am enough. The adult version of this belief is the parent who maxes out a credit card to make up for perceived failures during the year, buying silence instead of connection. Impulsivity plays a central role. Under the influence of aggressive marketing, sensory overload, and social comparison, the brain's reward circuitry becomes hypersensitized. Limited time offers, Christmas discounts, and countdown clocks hijack the prefrontal cortex, the very part responsible for rational evaluation. The future, with its bills and consequences, becomes psychologically distant. What dominates is the immediate relief, a brief reduction in anxiety, a fleeting sense of adequacy, a fantasy of the perfect Christmas. When financial resources are already fragile, this behavior quickly turns destructive. The individual oscillates between euphoria at the moment of purchase and crushing shame when checking their bank account. This emotional whiplash feeds a vicious cycle. Shame becomes so intolerable that the person seeks further relief, often through the very behavior that caused it, namely, more shopping. Over time, this leads not only to spiraling debt and conflict within relationships, but also to depression, insomnia, and in severe cases, suicidal ideation. We cannot discuss this phenomenon honestly without mentioning the role of financial institutions. Many banks, and especially non-bank lenders, behave like highly sophisticated drug dealers in suits. They do not merely respond to demand, they actively manufacture and amplify it. Pre-approved Christmas loans, deceptively small monthly installments, and emotionally manipulative advertising make their dreams come true. Present debt as an act of love rather than a high-risk financial decision. Interest rates and contractual traps are hidden in dense legal language that even well-educated clients struggle to decode. The system is designed so that the most vulnerable, those already under financial and emotional pressure, are the easiest to catch and the hardest to free. Preventive work must therefore operate on several levels. On the individual level, I encourage patients to create a brutally honest pre-Christmas budget and to decide in advance what they will not buy. A simple rule such as "I do not buy anything on the same day I first see it" can significantly weaken impulsivity because it restores time for reflection. Paying in cash instead of by card can reintroduce a healthy sense of limitation. On the family level, it is crucial to renegotiate what Christmas is supposed to mean. Replacing at least part of the gift frenzy with shared activities, handwritten letters, or modest symbolic presents helps decouple affection from expenditure. And on the societal level, tighter regulation of consumer credit advertising, mandatory transparency of costs, and active financial education are not luxuries. They are mental health interventions. In short, resisting pre-Christmas shopping mania is not about being stingy. It is about refusing to sacrifice January and sometimes entire years on the altar of a single idealized evening in December.